David Braben's post. We're gonna just collapse in the salt zone and the discussion topic because it needs to be done, and I'll admit it's salty, but whatever. If you would have told me on New Year's Eve of this year, of last year rather, December 31st, 2020, David Braben's going to make a post in July, and most people aren't going to give a fuck. They're going to say, yes, so what? Meh. I would have told you you're smoking crack, because David Braben is like Moses. He raises his arms and the waters part because everybody believes him and everybody respects him. The fact of the matter is Frontier has lied to us dozens of times this year. Basically, every correspondence we've received of any kind, including the 3 from David Braben this year, have been either demonstrably lies or fairly useless. I put up a post on the YouTube channel, and with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of votes, like it's got like 1,000, it's got a ton of votes. I can go click on the thing right now. Let me click on the thing right now and see the exact number so I can tell you an honest, without any, your channel, community, with 1,900 plus votes, because it just says 1.9K. It says that until we hit to 2,000. What effect did David Braben's post have on you, and what group were you in before it? 10% said, I was happy with Elite already, and David's post was great. 3% said, I was happy with Elite already, and I did not like it or was concerned. 14% said, I was already unhappy, but David's post was great. And 72% said, I was unhappy and I don't believe Frontier anymore, so meh. So if you had the 72% that said, I didn't believe it, I didn't take shit from it, and the 3% that said, I was happy before, but I did not like that post, that puts it together at 75% of the 2,000 people that responded to this damn thing said, this didn't help. If you would have told me that on New Year's Eve, I would have said you're a liar. There's no way that 75% of the people, 3/4 of the people, said screw what David Braben said. But we're at that point now. BYRNE, one of the OG content creators and big Twitch streamers for Elite that goes back to the Kickstarter days, said, yeah, I saw everything that he said there. I don't believe it. So now what? He said it. He looked right into the camera and said it. And he's not alone. Many, many, many people have felt that same way. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but as a fan of Frontier, as someone who is hoping that Frontier can unfuck themselves and get their shit straight, even though it hurts me personally because I run a news channel about games, including Elite. It used to be until 3 months ago, I ran a news channel exclusively about Elite. But I'm going to say this. Elite Dangerous needs to shut up. They need to stop saying anything. They need to pull a Hello Games and go full on No Man's Sky. They need to say nothing. They need to just literally, David Braben should put out a tweet tomorrow saying in 144 characters or less, I understand that words mean nothing. So we're just going to prove it to you by what we do. And that's it. They need to cancel all of their streams. They need to make no posts on the forums, no anything. I'm not saying fire your community managers. Move them to, Jurassic World and fucking Roller Coaster World and fucking Zoo World and all, whatever. Or have them still work for Elite, but have them not doing any stupid fucking streams where they're like, oh, look at me, I'm wearing my girlfriend's makeup and I'm a pirate. Or like, oh, look at me, I'm doing CQC. That's a waste of fucking time. Have them one-on-one speaking with people in different discords from the AX community, from the pirate community, from the PvP community, from the mining community, from the role-playing community, from the fucking Ashling's Angels and fucking down-to-earth astronomy and this one and that one and whatever. They need to go around and say, like, give us details of what you're unhappy with, and let us relay in detail everything we can back to management, and pray to fucking God that management has decided to pull its head out of its ass and do something right. Now, I'm going to let you in on my personal suspicion. And I have no proof of this. I'm not saying I know this to be the case. Just telling you what my gut says. And my gut is full of liquor and very little nachos at the moment, so it's probably not trustworthy. But this is what my gut says. Over a year ago, David Braben said at the investment dinner that Odyssey would be a significant refresh to the underlying code base. That is word for word what he said. I think they tried. I think they failed. I think that is what fucked them up and left them months behind. I think they abandoned the idea of doing a significant refresh of the underlying code base. And they said, we're just going to put pretty graphics on stuff. The problem is pretty graphics without refreshing your code base. So pretty graphics, new shit piled on spaghetti code, leaves you broken in 19 different ways that they don't even all fit in one category. They can't even all be fixed with one thing. So what we've seen over the last 5 patches is, oh, here's 130 fixes. Here's 150 fixes. They're figuring out new and interesting bullshit ways to work around problems. But if it's like, you know, you're putting your finger in the dike. I pull my finger out of this hole and put it into this one, and then that leaks. And then I move this over here, and then this leaks. And it's like, I actually suspect, because when they finally gave their non-dev, non-live stream, non-update, when they gave their community manager forum post bullshit, kind of their answer was, oh, we don't know how to fix any of this. The only way you won't know how to fix it is one of two things. Either you're massively incompetent, which is scary, or you backed yourself into a situation where there is no good answer to get out of, which is scary. I feel like I've been talking for a long time. Other people take over. We'll start with Roy, and then, I don't know.
I don't have a whole lot to add to this other than it kind of feels like the reason that the gloves are coming off here is people are sensing it's close to the end and it's something we loved.
You just said past tense.
You know, that's the fear, right? It's like it feels like it's really getting close to the end when you look at the player numbers and you look at the milquetoast announcement. I would have loved to have seen the David Braben thing be a video. You can learn so much more from that versus having it so carefully controlled and then trying to read the tea leaves.
The David Braben post literally said nothing verifiable other than, 1, Odyssey on console is delayed, which we already knew, but it wasn't explicitly stated. 2, there is a patch 6, no clues on what's in it. And 3, We're going to try our best. Oh, and 4. Maybe there'll be features, ? Even though my boy told you, Honest Arf told you, we would give you details on those features by the end of the month of June, and it's now the middle of fucking July. Tweet.
Yeah. You know what this David Braben post told us? We promise. Good things are coming. Stay tuned. It's going to get better. We promise. Which is what they've been saying us all along.
Technically, he didn't say that. He said we're going to try.
Yeah, he dangled those features out. Maybe some new features. It's going to get better. We promise. That's that's FDev's mantra.
That's actually the point that I'm making is he didn't even promise better stuff. He said maybe. Like, that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, they're not even committing to shit now. They're still doing the same non-committal bullshit where if you squint, it's good news, but we're not committing to anything, so later on when we don't do fuck all, you can't say nothing. Wolf.
So rather than, shuffling the CMs off to do other things, make the CMs actually do the real legwork. Send them to the Discords to talk with real players. Not the forums, not the Twitch streams, not the whatever the fuck where the volunteer mods keep banning everyone that says anything. They're just surrounding themselves with a whole bunch of knights and fanboys and stuff. I'm not going to get real talk. I'm going to make friends, and I'm going to make a lot of ends of this now. I don't know why the Core's episodes were good. It was because George Lucas wasn't top dog, and his ideas got challenged. And now we're in episodes 1, 2, and 3, where all they got is the convent fucking emphasis. This is what.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
You're totally.
Go away.
You're totally fucking roboted it up there, but we get the point that you're saying. George Lucas, bad. Not questioning shit, bad. Common sense, good. All right. Sorry, but you just roboted so hard that like people had to have a jigsaw puzzle to fucking figure out what you were saying. All right. Katie, and then like legit put in a fucking dot now because we need to move on from this. Okay. We're almost done with the day, and then like we haven't got to the other 2 games that have good news to talk about. Katie.
Okay, very quickly about again, just to add to what Wolf just said. Frontier, if you're taking your feedback from the forums, please don't. Please don't. The forums, it's so goddamn toxic. It's like, so the forums are full of people at the minute who have decided, it's like flat earthers. They've decided a conclusion, and they will then, perform mental gymnastics to work any evidence they think they can fit towards it. People playing Star Citizen right now, it's not that we could just be enjoying the game and in awe of what it's offering. No, we've got to be paid off by Chris Roberts or using our referral codes to get some kind of crazy rewards. You need to go to the Discords. You need to speak to actual players who aren't, the forum dads, who aren't 50, 60 years old and have no idea how to innovate in games. Go to Discords. Go to the you've got your CMs are on the most popular Discords with the most popular groups. Use them. Have them canvas for ideas, for opinions, because you will learn a hell of a lot from doing that. That's what I've got.
100%.